A couple shot 7 times while shielding their daughter as the gunman opened fire. That and more. Chris Talk starts right now. Let's get into it. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the show. I am your host, Chris Talks. Okay, so this episode is going to bring us to where was it? Michigan. All right, so let's drop it. Okay, couple shot 7 times while shielding their daughter as a gunman opened fire at a Michigan splash pad. What is a splash pad? What is a splash pad? I don't know what a splash pad is, but we're about to find out. All right, as always, I'm gonna let Sarah, my AI, take over and do what she do, and I'll give you my view and my opinion at the end. All right, let's get right into it. Hit it.
Thank you, Chris. A Michigan couple were shot 7 times on Saturday as they shielded their daughters from a gunman who had opened fire on Brooklyn's Plaza Splash Pad in Rochester Hills. Michaela and Eric Coughlin and their 2 daughters, aged 2 and 7 months, had been at Brooklyn's Plaza Splash Pad for less than a minute when a gunman, identified by police as Michael William Nash, 42, of Shelby Township, pulled up in his vehicle and began firing at surrounding families. In a message posted to a GoFundMe page created for the Coughlins, family friend Noelle Wackel wrote that the family were getting ice cream when they began hearing gunshots. As the shots rang out, the Coughlins grabbed their daughters and ran in an effort to protect them. The message added. Wackel went on to write that the Coughlins were shot 7 times as they ran away from the gunman with their daughters. They were both hospitalized after the nightmare. Because of their heroic actions, their children were protected and able to go home that evening, Wackel said, adding that Michaela and Eric face a long and unknown recovery from this unthinkable tragedy. The Coughlins were among 9 people shot by the gunman, authorities said. Police said other victims included an 8-year-old boy who was in critical condition with a wound to the head and a 4-year-old boy who was in a stable condition with a wound to the thigh. A 39-year-old woman shot in the abdomen and leg was also in critical condition. At a press conference, Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard described the shooting as very random and bizarre, adding that Nash has no known connections to the victims. He said police responded to reports of gunfire after 2 minutes. When they arrived, he said, the gunman had already left and contained himself in a nearby Shelby Township home. A weapon, a 9mm Glock, was recovered at the scene along with 3 magazines. Nash was later found dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound at the Shelby Township home. Alongside his body, police also found a semi-automatic rifle, which Bouchard said suggested Nash could have had plans for a second chapter. The incident was one of 3 mass shootings that occurred in Michigan on Saturday, all in Metro Detroit. In Lathrop Village, 6 people were shot at a house party Saturday morning shortly after midnight. 2 were in critical condition. In Detroit, a woman was killed and 4 other people were shot late Saturday night. The victims in both shootings were teenagers and young adults. We're getting all too good at this, Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter said on Sunday at a news conference. I can only describe the last 24 hours as a nightmare, Rochester Hills Mayor Brian Barnett added. Meanwhile, residents of Shelby Township, where Nash lived, told Detroit Free Press that they were shocked by the shooting. This is a safe area, and that's why I'm so shocked at what happened, Adam Urquhart Sr. said. When it happens this close to home, it's hard. Back to you, Chris.
Safe. Shoot, safe mind. All right, folks, we're back. Okay, so let's drop my air horn so I give y'all my view and my opinion. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we got a lot of things to go over here right quick. All right, first and foremost, let's get this out the way. Let's drop a church bell for the people lost in both situations. Let's drop a church bell for them, please. Because in my opinion, this was a real senseless crime to this for these people to what was this guy's name again? Eric, what? Oh no, that was the couple. That was the husband's name. What's William Nash? I think it was William Nash. Yeah. All right. Look that up. Put that on a base screen, please, and let's find out. But to the person that did this crime, I mean, can we give him the dummy buzzer real quick? Yes, of course, he has to get the dummy buzzer because this was a senseless crime. Driving through I mean, come on, we've seen this before though. We've seen this before. You understand what I'm saying? Let's give a quick round of applause though to the Michigan, Oakland. What is it? Oakland, Detroit. What is it? Detroit, the police department. Just give them a round of applause. All of them that was involved for catching this person and arresting him, taking this person off the street because this is serious. Can you imagine you having a celebration in your neighborhood, in your community, and something like this happens? God just rolling through, and then he just sitting there, you know. I mean, just letting off shots, like for real. The dude is sitting there letting off shots,
Bruh.
Like, yo, what the is wrong with people these days? Can you picture that? A guy just like really driving through. You know what I mean? Like,
Bruh.
While there's kids on the field, and you know he just drives through. I ain't ask for all that, you know what I mean? But I mean, this is a very tragic story, and I hope the people in this story make a full recovery because this is something serious, and this is not the first time this has happened. We had the incident where a guy drove right through a parade to try to get somewhere. And now we have another incident where this guy is pulling up, basically, to a community event,
Bruh.
and just letting off like no consequences.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it does not go into depth about why this man actually committed this crime, but I could tell you 7 times out of 10, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna take it too far. It has something to do, it'll have something to do with some type of mental situation. And that's when I said in America, we do not deal with our mental situations. And stuff like this happens to where you go from sitting around and enjoying your day to out of nowhere because of somebody's grief or somebody's issue. Now you're planning a funeral. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, what?
Things like this in our communities, we have got to cut that short. We got to stop. We have got to, as a nation, we have got to find a way to eliminate some things like this from happening. Now, this happened in Michigan. Now, for the people of Michigan, to me, just because it happened, now I want people to understand. I want all my listeners to understand. Just because this episode is bringing us to Michigan, like we're stationed in New York, this situation could have happened in New York. This situation could have happened in any city or any town that you are in. My point is this: we have to not eliminate. let me use another word for that. Let me use another word. We have to deal with these type of mental people to eliminate these type of situations happening in our community.
Message.
That's what I'm saying. Because this is a very cruel, very, very cruel world. It's a very cruel world, and like I said, applause to them. Applause to these. I want to say applause to the couple for protecting their child, for protecting their children. All right, listen. That's my view. That's my opinion. All right, listen. We're gonna get into. Are we gonna do comments on this one or what? All right, so let's get it. All right, we're gonna do one comment. All right, let's get into this comment real quick. Real quick. I said quickie. Real quick. Praying for a speedy recovery for both. What amazing parents protecting their kids. Yes, what amazing parents. Again, that's what I'm saying. What amazing parents doing what they're supposed to do. You know? I can't imagine how scared that was. 7 shots between the two is crazy. Yes, it is crazy. 7 shots that they took to protect their children. That is crazy. It also continues, says, and sad to even think that you had to shield your kids from gunfire at a splash pad, but that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, shaking my head. Yeah, I agree. I can 100% agree that it is very sad that is the type of world that we live in, and Detroit. I mean, Detroit, y'all have a real, what is it, Oakland? Yeah, Oakland County? Or whatever. Y'all have a serious crime problem there. Serious crime problem. For there to be 2 or 3 different shootings. 2 or 3 different shootings? Within what was the span again? Like 20, what is it? 24 hours. Within a day. So yes, this town or this city has a very, very serious gun problem. But for the man that committed this crime, I mean, dude, life. You understand? Can you hear it? It's like the end for him. That's just it. That's just it. I'm done with it. All right. That's my view and that's my opinion. Drop my bomb on that real quick. All right, listeners, if you like this content and want to hear more of it, you already know what to do. Check us out on our social media platform. Check us out on YouTube. Hit that like, that subscribe. Also, feel free to share and leave a comment. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all those other platforms. Check us out there. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Until next episode, folks. I see y'all later. Peace out.